Hello everybody, I'm Phil Clark, the Brit, and this is
Ken McMullen
from Hop Vine Brewing. We're here because we got an instant brew review for you. Welcome back. We have two very interesting, they're not exactly beers, but they are derivatives, that's the word, derivatives of beer. And they're from a couple of places that we know and like here, over in, I guess, the western suburbs of Chicago and then the northwestern suburbs of Chicago. So let's take it away. The first one that we have here is a beer wine blend. Ken, what do you know about beer wine blends?
Well, they have beer in them. No, it's
wine.
Yeah,
okay, enough of that. Right.
Yeah, thanks. That's the technical brewer view, right?
Well, I tell you what. This one comes from Roaring Table. It is a place that we went and recently reviewed. We sat down with the brewer, Lane Fearing. We had a great time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Fantastic beers. And then he had this. And you've got a bottle as well, which is slightly different. The blend that we have here today is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Petit Verdot grapes, fermented and blended with our home Foder beer and aged 1 year in French oak. Sounds awesome, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Let's open it. So have you ever had anything like this before, Ken?
Yes, sir.
Oh, not before Ken. Have you ever had it before, Ken?
Yes. Yeah, actually, there was a brewery in Denver that focused on wine beers. The name is escaping me right now, but they had, like, every beer on their menu was a hybrid. This
is pouring out a very light pink. Now, it wouldn't, in my opinion, be quite like a wine color, right?
Well, and it's like a rosé color, really,
like a rosé,
deep rosé.
Yeah. And we'll read. The amazing thing is that it tells you everything you want to know on here, and I'll read that off to you. Now, I would suggest that if you're going up to Roaring Table, which is in Lake Zurich, Illinois, I forgot to tell you that, get there quick because he doesn't have many of these left. Anyway, this is looking rather delicious. Now, I did rinse these glasses before, but I've got some bubbles on it. Why do you normally get bubbles on your glasses?
Each one of those is a nucleation site. So usually it means there's either an etch in there or there's dust, a particle.
I mean, they are clean though, I will say that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very fizzy. It's definitely very carbonated. Like, it looks like soda.
So the aroma...
with big bubbles.
Yes, it does. You're right. Yeah. The aroma, though, is not soda. This is very much a Foder-style beer and has a delicious aroma. Go ahead and taste it while I'm reading off a little bit more about it here. It says, and you know what I should do? Put my glasses on so that I can read. There we go. Thank you. It says the rich garnet in the glass. Oh, rich garnet in the glass. Is that garnet color?
Sure.
Beautiful. Okay.
Deep red.
This hybrid offers aromas of jammy red berries. Have you had any jammy red berries?
Jammy red berries, yeah.
Apparently. Sweet grape juice and a hint of oak vanillin. And I think vanillin is the flavors that you get when you put something, beer or wine or something, into an oak barrel.
Right.
Okay. The sip is tart. Well, let's go into the tasting then. Let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Actually, I have crystal glasses. We should hold the bottoms.
Oh,
a little better.
Very nice.
Let's go.
Don't tell him I already drank.
Oh, man. Wow.
Man.
Well,
that is really delicious.
I have to tell you, if you're a wine lover, are you a wine lover?
Absolutely.
Okay, then you're going to love this. If you're a beer lover, you're going to love this. This is a hybrid that is fantastic. I am so glad we had this. Tart, it is tart, I'll give you that. Let's see what else we're doing. Now, it says here, lightly tannic. Now, tannic meaning...
Tannins you get from, you get that from wine, and it's kind of you get kind of a drying finish on your tongue.
Okay, yeah, and I've got that on my tongue. And surprisingly supple. Ooh, tart, lightly tannic, and surprisingly supple. Sounds like a lady I once knew. Anyway, moving on. Flavors follow the nose and add flashes of floral perfume and cellar funk. When they say cellar funk, and they also say things like, farmhouse flavor, or, was it wet straw or something? Why did they say that?
It's all those funky flavors that come from bacteria and
but good bacteria.
Wild yeast.
I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they say horse blanket or barnyard, but it's just a interesting, delicious, funky character. This is full of it. This is beautiful.
The tartness, so if you like a tart beer, you're going to love this, because I'm going to rate this a 4.5 on my 4.5 out of 5 for tartness, my tart scale.
I would say it's not quite that tart.
Okay.
It's a little tart, but
is it getting better as you taste it?
Yes.
I mean the tartness, or is the tartness getting less?
Probably, I think so normally I take 2 or 3 tastes, and then my palate's adjusted to the acidity, and I start tasting other flavors then. So I'm there now, and this is just fantastic.
It reminds me a little bit of something with cranberries in it. It's got that kind of...
Or tart raspberries.
Or tart raspberries, yeah. Or raspberries, as we say here.
Raspberries. What's
Finally,
ABV on this?
Sorry?
ABV?
The ABV on this is 8.5. And this, in fact, I have bottle number 33 of 156. So there's 155 other lucky people with this bottle here. At the end of it, they do say they're proud of this ridiculously impractical beer. I don't think it's impractical. I think this is fantastic. This is taking brewing styles and stretching them to a beer that really, really works.
Yeah, and he's doing wonderful things up there. They're really going to break out this year.
It's Lane Fearing. It says Lane and Ryan, and I think Ryan is his assistant brewer. If it's not, I'm terribly sorry.
No, it is. We met him up there.
We did. Okay, good. I'm glad you remembered that. So here it is, brewed and bottled by the fine folks at Roaring Table, Lake Zurich, Illinois. This is an winner. I've got my bell. Triple ding on that one.
2 thumbs up. We used to do that, right?
Up here, man, I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to enjoy this one, and we will be back in just a moment with another very fall but unusual type of brew. See you in a minute. Welcome back. The second of our beers is coming up in a very small bottle. But before that, just in case you were wondering, Ken, why are you wearing a bright green top and a do-rag?
Well, I cycled here, Phil, and I don't want to get hit, so that's why the safety green shirt. I've got safety.
Stops the sweat.
I've got safety orange too, but no, this my helmet. I need a new helmet. Oh. And so I get sweat dripping down my glasses. This soaks it up and keeps that from happening.
And you got the helmet on and everything.
Yeah.
Safe bicycling.
It drives me crazy to see people without a helmet.
Yeah.
You'd make a small accident a serious one by doing that.
Well, there we go. Now we know. And it also explains there's a slight hum of sweat coming from somewhere. Now I know where it's coming from.
Some barnyard funk coming off of me, right?
Very good. Okay. So let's go to this one. Now, as you can see on this shot here, it has a very nice picture in black and white, and it comes from some folks at Brix, which is a cidery, meadery, and homebrew shop in St. Charles, Illinois, right along on the main street in St. Charles, just over from the Fox River. They are fantastic folks at cider and making also great wines. It's not a meadery, I think it's a winery. I got that slightly wrong. Sorry guys, cidery and winery. Now what I have is neither. It's a sizer. What the hell's a sizer?
I think it's both, right?
Is it?
Mead and cider?
Okay, let's see if we can find out. This one has a cork. I'm going to let you open that because you're the expert. You've got the opener.
I'm the expert. I love it.
There you go. So while he's opening that, I'll tell you exactly what a cider is. It is a mead which has been fermented with apple juices rather than water, created a unique drink that is both sweeter and tartar. It's common to add other ingredients to flavour the cider, like autumn fruits, and here we are in autumn, or spices. So if you like cider, but you find it a little bit too appley, you might really enjoy a cider. It's milder, smoother, and takes the tart bite out of the drink. Thank you very much for opening that. This one is a bottle that is 189 of 240, a very limited edition as well. I'm going to pour this out.
I think that's a really interesting, a very complex fermentation where they caramelized honey and reduced cider to a syrup and re-fermented it, and a lot of complicated steps in this. I'm really excited to try it.
It is, and whilst I've given you that, we have, this is, how big is this bottle? It's like a small...
It's probably a 375. It looks like a half.
Yes, 375 milliliters.
That's a wine split.
So it's a wine split.
You call it a split, yeah.
Okay, good.
It's a half.
So let me tell you, on the bottle here, go ahead and show everybody that. Don't get too close, you're out of focus. Go back a bit. There we go. Good man.
Okay.
I'll try it over here. There we go. Look at that.
That's a better shot.
There we go. It's very much a golden yellow.
Yeah, it looks like honey in a glass, right?
So, this, according to the bottle,
oh my gosh,
is a maple whiskey barrel aged, and I think they used barrels from Whiskey Acres, which is a distillery here in our local area in the Fox River Valley.
DeKalb.
DeKalb? Oh, a little bit further west. DeKalb, Illinois. It has caramelized honey, which I think is called a bochet.
I think if it's fermented then it's called a bochet.
Oh, well, it was fermented. Caramelized honey and Saigon cinnamon. Now, when I purchased this, I said to the guys, it hasn't got too much cinnamon in it because I don't like Saigon cinnamon. They said, no, there's just enough to flavor it up. So this is a blend of apple and honey wines with natural flavor. How about that, Ken?
Have you smelled
a cider before?
Have you smelled this yet?
No, but I'm about to smell it.
I'm dying to taste
this.
this.
Give me your thoughts while I'm giving it a sniff.
Well, I smell the cinnamon.
Oh, yeah. It's
little
very
apple.
Mild, though.
Yeah. A little caramel character, definitely the honey. It's like just complex.
I was going to say caramelized onions, but I can see why caramelized apples, because you've got that little bit of, you know how when you burn an apple it gets a bit, that kind of smell. It's not burnt, but right on that borderline. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really good. Okay, let's taste it.
Let's go in.
Cheers.
Oh, here, let me.
Oh, hang on. Very good. Oh, we got a good clang on that one, didn't we? Yeah, very good.
I'm so happy with our clinks.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
First impressions was fresh apple. And then definitely the cinnamon comes through, but it's very mild. And then the sweetness.
Yeah. The honey's on the back end.
This to me,
is
like a fresh apple cider on steroids.
Yeah, I got some alcoholic warming. What's the ABV on this one?
It is 12%. So actually, not too bad. Little less than typical wine, right? Which is about 14, something like that.
Yeah, that's somewhere in there.
14. You have ever tasted anything like this?
No, there's so many things going on. The whiskey character, the spirit character is subtle and it's in the background. But that caramelized honey is definitely in there and just really sends us over the top. It's amazing.
I can't get over how the first flavor, the first touch, it's like, wow, this is so light and appley and refreshing.
No, now, but then it's just like...
And it doesn't have the, like, you know, cider can be very carbonated.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have that carbonation level. This is definitely, I don't think it's more wine-like.
It's not carved at all, right?
No, not really. I mean, this is... So when I went in to purchase this, they did say, this is your dessert wine.
Oh, man.
And I said, well, okay, that's perfect. So can you imagine having, like, some nice butternut squash dish, you know, and then following it up with a good apple pie, and then having a glass of this.
Yeah,
fantastic.
That's
what
delicious.
Fall's all about. Very good. Well, we have had a couple of really interesting brews. Oh, and by the way, the artwork on the front of here is by a chap. I'm going to get my glasses again so I can get his name right. It's artwork by Christian Campos. And I did ask them what sort of a bird that was, and they didn't know. But it's a really nice, classy label. Oh, it looks like a little chickadee to me. Hey,
you know, a lot of times when I hear brewers have gone through all these different steps to do some complex brew, and the final product is all just lost. Not in this one, man. It's all. Oh, this is amazing. Thank you for sharing this with me.
Hey, you're my chum. And I think, for now, it's time, gentlemen, please. Get on home to your wives. Come on, get out of here.
Get on your bicycles.
That's it, yeah, on your bike. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
I think I do like his glowing green. This is good. All right, so up you go. Couple of nice instant brew review. One instant brew review, a couple of nice full beers, although the other wine one you can have at any time. This is full.
Yeah.
See ya. We'll put the details up as we go out. Cheers.
I think maybe toasted marshmallows and s'mores.
He wants to toast my marshmallows, I say. Cheers, boys.
Lovely.